Hello and welcome from the circuit Gilles Villeneuve.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of F1 2017 Career Mode. We are back with the Championship Season Mode for race 6. Yep, it's a wet Canada track to deal with, as you can see, all over the place in this Williams. Just does not feel good in the wet weather condition. But as long as we can get a good qualifying result and a dry race, then Canada should be an easy, well, not an easy race, but at least a good showing. I always go well at Canada. I don't know whether it's something sort of special power type thing going on with me in the track, or whether it's an AI bug on the track, but it's been that way since 2010 game, and I was just absolutely able to dominate Canada basically. Obviously it's a little bit different in this championship season mode because all the cars are, well, the difference between all the cars speed-wise is enormous. And I don't mean like the difference between a Mercedes and a McLaren. I mean enormous, like 10, 20, 30 miles an hour difference on the straights between the cars. So we'll see what we can do, aiming to at least beat the fellow Williams cars, both the Damon Hill one like I'm driving and the Nigel Mansell one, and maybe challenge some of these McLarens up ahead into the final corner. Careful not to take too much curve, keep it clear of the wall, put the power down. Looks like it's going to be P13 across the line, which isn't great, you know, it's not a particularly good showing, but we'll see what we can do in the race anyway. So skipping ahead to the race, 3 lights, 4, 5, and we were held for a long time there, and we're off straight away up the inside of the Ferrari of Kaufman there. See if we can get him down on the brakes. Let's have another quick look at that start. So we get a good start, decent start, but Kaufman sort of sits there in the middle of the track, blocks us down the inside. A little bit of contact with the Williams, not too bad. See if we can drive all the way around the outside. Going mega aggressive already, getting warnings for collisions. Hand goes up from the Williams driver next to us of Matrono. Straight.
That's a decent start.
Sort of cut the curve a little bit there. Thanks for that, Jeff. You know, decent start. Not too bad. You can see we were a bit aggressive with him. Didn't give him too much space, but it's just the way you've got to be in this championship mode. You've got to get ahead before they start pulling away. Otherwise, you're never going to be able to hold on to the places. Run it out wide just a little bit there, hard on the brakes, into this quick chicane where Sebastian Vettel once lost the lead of the race on the last lap. That was quite a good race. And yeah, so we've managed to gain, 7 places so far on basically the first corner, just by being aggressive on the brakes, using those high-sided wheels and narrow wings to not really damage any part of the car. Hard on the brakes into the hairpin. We're just going to get in, we just sneaked through there. He's still on our outside, but under acceleration he's had to give it up. Let's have another look at that. So we're coming down towards the hairpin. Hard on the brakes. He gave us the space, he left the door wide open. We took the chance, and we are up into P5. Now on the back of these McLarens, are we going to be able to do anything about them? I don't know, because you see with Canada with these 2 straights here, these McLarens are just going to be unreal. They're going to be pulling away from us. So we've got to do it quick. We've got to get in front of them. We've got to build up that speed difference in the corners and hope we can get through it. Coming on to start the second lap. So there's a bit of contact made. Still can't get him off. He's spun. We've got warnings. Let me know what you guys think. That you know. If you have a look, he sort of gets right in front of me, moves under braking, and I had nowhere to go. We were lucky, really, that it was sort of not a harsh impact, so we didn't lose any of our front wing, but that does bring a safety car out. So, safety car in this lap, we've jumped ahead just a little bit. I think my volume on my microphone's being weird, so if it's coming through weird, I'll try and fix it. As you can see, Roth bunching up the pack quite nicely, coming down to start the safety car process. Let the safety car get away. All the McLaren's bunching up nicely there. Everyone's on top of each other. It's all just a mess. Just throttling it in, building up, waiting for that moment that they go, because I've got to be aggressive going down into the first chicane. Get this Williams back anytime now. There we go. So we're off again to restart this race on lap 4. You can't actually attack into this chicane, so you've got to sort of back it off easy and then put the foot down. So we're looking for a move into turn 1. Thinking of lining him up on the left hand side, flick it left under brakes. Yep, nice and easy. And now work on these McLarens before they get a chance to pull away, which they will do. Just another little look at that there. So we line him up as if we're going right, flick it left under brakes, just run him out of road, hang him out to dry a bit. He has to back off. We get the place, nice and easy. It's as simple as that. Same again coming into this hairpin. Is he going to come back at us? We've run deep, really deep into that corner, but no, we're absolutely fine, and that's up to P3. Let's have another look at that. So what we do is we make him think we're not going to do anything, and then at the last minute we leave it, you know, a couple of seconds. You know, you can even count, you know, 1, 2, then hit the brakes, dive up the inside. They'll never see it coming. The AI won't predict that you're going to do that. If you make yourself too big, see there, the straight line speed of the McLaren just showing fully there. A little bit of contact made, nothing too major. So let's have a look. You can see you just don't stand a chance on the straights. He just walked right past us. We waited on the brakes just a little bit, turned in, didn't expect him to be so heavy on the brakes, but no harm, no foul, no damage caused, nobody lost any positions or span, so that's not too bad. Now chasing down these final 2 podium positions to see if we can get the race win. Hopefully we can. It'd be nice to get a race win in this season. It is going to be much harder to do than in the career mode season, just because of the speed differences. But if we can get a win, that'd be nice, following on from Spain where we got P2. Purple in the first sector, always nice to see. And we are visibly gaining on these two now, coming up into the final sector. This is where they're going to pull away though, so we need to build up that time in the first and second sector. So jumping ahead to the end of that lap, we go fastest, and you can see the difference now to us and the cars in front. It is dramatically decreased. It was a good lap from us. Jumping ahead again, a couple of laps, and you can see now we are right on the back of these two. They've not really been scrapping with each other, but they are slowing each other down by being that close to each other. And sort of, I want to say team orders, but it's not really team orders, but it seems to be that the same 4 McLarens finish in the same 4 positions. Seems a bit dubious to me, but it could be team orders, it could just be coincidence, it could just be that, you know, the Roth AI is much better than the Moreno AI, much better than the Clark AI, blah blah blah. That could be the case. Oh dear, just jumped over the bump a little bit too much there and it threw us into the wall, but I am running with simulation damage, just maybe that these cars are less susceptible to damage than the 2017 cars, just the damage model for them is perhaps a bit different. I do always run, you know, 0 flashbacks and simulation damage, so maybe it is just that the damage model for these is just that, you know, that little bit different. I'm not really too sure. But now you can see we are right on the back of Moreno. He has got nowhere to go, completely, I want to say cornered. He's blocked in by his teammate, he can't pull away, and we're just so much faster than him during these 2 sectors. Line him up for a run into the hairpin, so get a good entry onto this. That was not the case. Get a good run out of this corner, stick in his slipstream and line him up for an on the brakes into the hairpin perhaps. No, just too far back for that lunge move. So it's going to be, I think, first corner. If we can line him up for a first corner overtake, that would be good. Stick in his slipstream, use that speed. Thanks for that, Jeff. That would be my teammate in the other Williams. Not having a good race, not having as good a race as I am. So yeah, good run out of this chicane, down the pit straight. Line him up for a flick into turn 1 perhaps. So we're going to try the same move. Last minute flick on the brakes. Bit of contact made, the hand goes up in anger. You can still see him there in the ring mirrors. Let's have another look on the replay. So we line him up, same as before. Look it down the inside, you can see there the bit of contact, and he keeps a nice tight line into turn 1. We run out wide a little bit, but use that sort of extra bit of road to build up more speed. So a couple of laps it's taken us to catch Roth to this stage, but you can see we are much closer to him now than we were before. So let's see what we can do. Nice little replay of us coming through the final chicane up to Champions Wall and across the line to start lap 12. Jumping ahead, took 4 laps for us to catch Roth, but we are right on the back of him now. We can smell the victory. We are in with a chance to take victory here in Montreal. Maybe line him up for a move into the hairpin. That's what I'm thinking right now. I'm not thinking about the next corner, I'm thinking about, you know, 3 or 4 corners ahead, 5 corners ahead. You know, is this going to be a move into the first corner? I don't know. It looks like spots of rain are falling, so that could also come into play. You know, it's not about the next corner, it's about what's going to happen if I do this. So we're not lining them up into the hairpin. We're going to maybe have a... Oh, that was just too much oversteer coming off the back of there, but well held. So I don't think we're going to be able to have a go at him.
ETA on this rain clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just
good news, Jeff, because we've got 2 laps left. So that was, yeah, useless. So could we line him up into turn 1? We are close. We're not as close as we have been in previous overtake moves. Just hard on the brakes, get it slowed down, jam it down into second gear. Keep it up under the brakes. So let's have another look at that. So we're actually quite far back, and we just had to believe that the car would slow down. He did hit the brakes quite early, but that is P1 to start the last lap of this Montreal Grand Prix. It's like you read my mind, Jeff. We're like the same person. So we're on to the last lap of the Grand Prix, and we are leading the race. We're actually pulling away from Roth now. The rain didn't really affect the handling too much. I mean, it made the braking points, you know, a bit. Am I going to stop? Is this going to slow down? When I put the power on, am I going to spin? So you got to be a bit cautious. But I mean, this type of race really highlights like thinking ahead, planning ahead, because you're not just going to be able to overtake the car on the next straight in front of you. You really have to plan where you're strong, where you're weak. Stick to the back of the car until you get your opportunity, plan a few corners ahead, line them up for the overtake. And you know, this race is a prime example of that. There was no way I was ever going to overtake those McLarens, you know, in a DRS straight, but without DRS. There was no chance I was going to do that. The place you've got to pick your points are the braking points, the places where they're weak. That McLaren's not great through the corners, this Williams is. So you've got to plan ahead. Coming down into the final chicane now, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but this is P1 in the Canadian Grand Prix.
Yes! Great job, you've done everything we wanted today.
And celebrate after that fantastic Grand Prix. Here they come, your top 3, out onto the podium.
No, it feels good to have P1. That's right, we're back. If you enjoyed this video, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new episode of F1 2017 Championship Season. We're halfway through the season now, and we'll be back in Spa very shortly.